Well, if Master Tom think this is right for us and for the community, then that'll do for me. Might be young, but his heart is right, and I've known his heart for as long as it's been beating.
No more words were spoken at the town meeting in the mission house, but it had been decided, they all felt, that the fugitive would be given 2 weeks, and they would all be able to look at themselves in the mirror and know that they had done what they could, indeed, and perhaps more than most people would have done. So, that very afternoon, Tom took Grace on a stroll down Elm Street to introduce her to the town he loved.
Well, this is where Olivia and June live. June's a cripple. They live here as a token of my dad's broad-mindedness. Chuck and Vera, they have 7 children and they hate each other. Next door we have the Hansons. They make a living from grinding the edges off cheap glasses to try and make them look expensive. Moving on, we have Jack McKay. Now, Jack McKay's blind, and the whole town knows it, but he thinks he can hide it by never leaving his house. In the old stable, Ben keeps his truck. He drinks, and he visits the whorehouse once a month, and he's ashamed of it. Martha, she runs the mission house till the new preacher comes, which will just never happen. And that leaves Ma Ginger and Gloria. And they run this really expensive store where they exploit the fact that nobody leaves town. Used to leave go vote, but since they put in the registration fee, it's about a day's wages for these people. And Dogville didn't feel the democratic need anymore. Those awful figurines say more about the people in this town than many words.
If this is the town that you love, then you really have a strange way of showing it. All I see is a beautiful little town in the midst of magnificent mountains. A place where people have hopes and dreams, even under the hardest conditions. And 7 figurines that are not awful at all.
Calling Dogville beautiful was original at least. Grace was just casting one more look at the figurines she herself would have dismissed as tasteless a few days earlier, when she suddenly sensed what would best have been described as a tiny change of light over Dogville.
They're keeping an eye on you. And if you love them already, they might need a little persuading. You've got 2 weeks to get them to accept you.
Make it sound like we're playing a game.
It is. We are. Isn't saving your life worth a little game?
What do you want me to do?
Do you mind physical labor?
No.
Dogville offered you 2 weeks. Now you offer them